Is it recording na ba? Ayun. So, hello. Good day sa ating lahat. To start with, I am Ron Adam V. Puntoy, a licensed agriculturist. And it has come to my attention na 1 month na lang at kayo ay mag-e-exam na, board exam na. And so, I have this idea na gumawa ng, a short video na rationalization ng mga, konting review questions lang naman about agriculture, on which I hope that this would help you kahit konti. So I'm making this and hopefully I can keep this up every day. I will post every day, so stay tuned. So wala nang patumpik-tumpik pa. Let's start this review. On which usapan natin ngayon is mostly all about crop science. Ayun na naman. Okay. But then, let me start with tips. Marami pong, nagtatanong ng tips, sir, ano bang ginawa mo, ganon. Well, my tips, unang-una sa lahat is start now, magbasa na. Huwag po kayong maniwala doon sa sinasabing, pwede na stock knowledge, No, mas maganda pa rin handa tayo. And what I can recommend is you read 100 pages a day or 100 slides of PowerPoint a day or 50 pages of a review material per day. Lang naman. Masyadong marami, then you can adjust it to your liking. And then also, ito po, yung sinasabi ko palagi, don't memorize, mag-analyze lang. Well, to talk to you personally, it is important because agriculture is an applied course or an applied science. And from my experience, while taking the exam, mostly ng mga questions po doon is all about situational. Hindi lang naman tatanungin sa'yo ano yung scientific name nito, ganon, or what not. Situational, ano yung gagawin mo dito, ganon. And so, magkuhan po tayo, don't memorize, mag-analyze lang tayo. Or mostly mag-analyze lang tayo. And very important, you should eat and sleep. Hindi naman pwedeng na-review mo nga lahat, pero pag mag-e-exam ka na, ganito yung itsura mo. Lubog na lubog dito mo, Ganon. And so, that's that. Eat and sleep po tayo. And then, wag sanang umabot sa point na ganito na lang. Mapapatingin ka sa salamin, tapos ganyan na lang, salamat. Mapapasalamat ka na lang kay Lord. 4 na days kang hindi natulog pero buhay ka pa rin. Wag naman sana umabot sa ganon. And then the most important of all, I think, pwede pang mag-register. Sa mga hindi pa naka-register, please make sure na mag-register po kayo. Naman. Okay. So yun nga, for our first question of the day is this. This is cereal crop that is developed in CYMMIT and is a hybrid between wheat and rye. A, is this rice? B, is this wheat? Well, definitely it's not. C, is it barley? Or D, it is triticale? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The answer to that is triticale po. And triticale is this one. Mostly ito yung ganito itsura ng triticale. And this is a hybrid grain which is created by crossbreeding wheat and rye. Pero ang tanong, sir, bakit po ito ginawa? Or bakit nila naisipang i-breed to? Well, wheat kasi is known for its good yielding ability, and also yung produce niya is of quality. Maganda ang eating quality ng produce niya. But then ang problema po natin sa wheat is susceptible siya to diseases and also sa mga abrupt environmental factors such as siguro sa Americas is yung mga snowstorms, mga ganon. And so, napag-isip-isip nila, why don't we crossbreed it with rye, which is, well, hindi maganda ang produce niya, mababa ang yield, pero matibay naman sa sakit. And also sa environmental factors niya sa mga sakuna. Ayun. And so they bred it and they come up with this hybrid which is known as triticale. A hybrid between rye and wheat. Ayun. And ayun na. Second question. The botanical classification of agricultural crops was founded by blank, sino kaya to, who used their physical appearance to categorize them. A, is it Pasteur? B, is it Leeuwenhoek? C, is it Linnaeus? Or D, it is Hooke? The answer to that is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer to that is si Linnaeus. Well, kung babasahin natin tong questions, kung sinabi niyang botanical classification, this is closely linked. Ang botanical classification po is closely linked into your scientific names of crops. Yes. Or tinatawag rin natin yung scientific name na binomial nomenclature, kung tawagin. On which, if nakikita nyo po yung, if you will search, siguro, for example, the scientific name of corn na lang, makikita nyo doon, Zea mays, tapos merong malaking L. Ano kayo yung malaking L na yon? That stands for Linnaeus. Yon, si apong nyo Linnaeus. Kaya si Linnaeus po, that's why may L doon, kasi si Linnaeus po ang nag-imbento ng botanical classification. And sabi rin dito, who use their physical appearance to categorize them. Pero mostly, kung tatanungin ano yung tinignan ni Linnaeus doon, ang tinignan po ni Linnaeus doon is hindi yung leaf ng plant, hindi yung yield, hindi yung stem niya, but it is the flower. Mostly yun po yung tinignan ni Linnaeus nung nag-group siya ng plant. Sir, bakit? Because flower, flower is the part of the plant that is not mostly affected by environmental factors. Ayun lang naman. Uminit, umaraw, yun pa rin naman yung flower niya. Ganon. And so, yun yung tinitingnan din ni Linnaeus. Sino naman si Pasteur, sir? Si Pasteur naman ang nag-imbento ng pasteurization process para sa ating mga milk. Ganon. And si Leeuwenhoek naman, if I am informed correctly, siya yung inventor ng microscope, or more specifically, compound microscope. Ayun siya. Si Hooke, I'm not familiar with that. Parang wala atang Hooke. Wala naman akong kilalang Hooke. Captain Hooke, meron. Nandiyan sa little side note. But then, napag-usapan na rin ng flowers na kung anong nakikita nyo dyan ngayon. Ang nakikita nyo dito is sige, palakyan natin ng konti, is your bougainvillea plant or bougainvillea flowers. And kung tatanungin po ng karamihan, well, mostly kasi natatanong nila, saan yung flowers ng bougainvillea flowers? Marami magsasabi, magpo-point out yan. Yung parang petals ng makulay, but that's not it. Ang tawag po natin dyan sa petals na makulay na yan is bracts, or specialized leaves lang siya. And specifically, ang tawag po natin doon is bracts. B-R-A-C-T-S. Ang tunay pong flowers or ang true flowers ng inyong bougainvillea plant is yung nakikita natin dyan. Yung tatlo, na parang posporo. Yun po yung true flowers niya. Okay, and then, magpapahuli rin ba ang sunflower? Well, pag nagtanong, or pag may nagtanong, ano po ba yung true flower ng sunflower? Definitely, baka sasabihin nyo yung buong yan. But then, the true flowers of the sunflower, kung titignan nyo mabuti po, is yung nasa gitna, yung mga maliliit na yan. Yung mga may kulay yellow. Yes. Marami po yan, and individually, tinatawag natin siyang florets naman. F-L-O-R-E-T-S. Florets ang tawag natin dyan. And that is the true flowers of your sunflower plant. Pag hina-harvest, dyan po kinukuha yung seeds dyan sa gitna. Ayaw. Now you know. And then, para sa mga mahilig dyan sa kape, Sabi dito, this coffee variety is commonly known as kaping Tagalog. Ano nga ba yon? A. Robusta, B. Excelsa, C. Liberica, or D. None of the above. Ang sagot ay 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ang sagot po ay none of the above. And mostly sa in agriculture, we mostly call more commonly we cultivate 4 coffee varieties. Meron tayong Robusta, Liberica, Excelsa, and your Arabica. And Arabica is known as kapeng Tagalog. Ayun nga. Si Robusta po is mostly tinatanim siya sa sa lower altitudes. Mas gusto niya ng warmer climates. And ang kagandahan naman dito, tolerant siya sa rust and pests and diseases. And mostly ito po yung nakikita natin sa mga or ginagamit sa instant coffee, sa 3-in-1, mga ganon. Yun. And then, meron rin tayong Liberica. Ito naman is tinatawag rin ko if you're familiar with, siya ay tinatawag na kaping barako. Ito yung kaping barako ninyo. Ayun. And then, meron rin tayong Excelsa. Ito naman yung tinatanim doon sa mga matataas na bundok. Gustong-gusto niyo yung mas malamig na climate. Ayun. And then, meron rin tayong, ayun na nga, Arabica, which is also known as kaping Tagalog. Ang naman nito, ang disadvantage pag tinanim is as compared to other varieties, mas susceptible po siya sa coffee rust and other diseases. Ayun naman. Pero kung tatanungin, sir, ano ang pinakamalimnam sa lahat? As per my experience, yung kaping barako po, pinakamalimnam sa lahat. Pero kung sino na rin nakatikim dyan ng ano ba yun? Rice coffee. Lagyan mo lang ng asukal. Masarap rin. Hindi ka pa pwede pang inumin bago matulog. Wala namang caffeine yun. Okay, moving on to our next question. This is a phenomena of a plant bending towards the position of the sun and is known as, and mostly ito po yung yung tinatanong dito is ito raw yung kunyari may flower dito, sunflower, tapos nandito yung araw, sinusundan niya yung araw. Ano kaya yon? Is it A. Phygmotrophism, B. Epinasty, C. Phototrophism, or dog Heliotrophism? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The answer to that is Heliotrophism po. Heliotrophism. And marami pong nalilito sa phototrophism and heliotrophism, but the difference to them is this. Pag sinabi mong heliotrophism, ito nga yung, kunyari may araw dyan, sinusundan nila towards the position of the sun. Kaya yung prefix niya, helio, meaning sun. Pag sinabi mo namang phototrophism, ito po yung action ng inyong, what do you call this one? Yung flowers ng, for example, pipino. Pag merong sun and mainit, magsasara yan. Pero pag walang sun and malamig, bubuka yan. That is phototrophism. Thigmotrophism naman is mostly yung Phygmotrophism is mostly yung kunyari may balag dito, ayun, or parang trellis. Wala namang, paano nalalaman ng halaman na doon siya pupulupot? Wala naman siyang mata. Sabi ng halaman, ay ito, parang trellis to. Sige, dito ako pupulupot. Ganon ang sabi niya. And that is Phygmotrophism po. Ang epinasty naman has to do with the bending of the leaves of the plant. Ayun lang naman yan. And kung mapapansin nyo na rin dito, meron po tayong tinatawag na trophism and nasty. Pag sinabi mong nasty or nastic movement, these are non-directional plant responses. Yes. Non-directional plant responses. Kunyari na lang, sa makahiya, ito yung leaf ng makahiya, kaya meron tayong tinatawag na thigmonasty and meron rin tayong tinatawag na thigmotrophism. Pag sinabi mong thigmonasty, ito yung flower ng makahiya nyo, kahit saan mo i-touch yan, ganun pa rin yung movement niya. Parang magaganon na rin yung ng flower ng yung leaf ng makahiya, I mean. Kahit saan mo i-touch yan, ganun yung movement niya, pag ganon. Pero, pag sinabi mong thigmotrophism is meron pong direction, sabi niya dito naman, pag trophic movement, directional siya, directional plant responses. On which, ang pinaka-example nito, magandang example nito, naman is yung thigmotrophism nyo. Which is, pag nandito yung balag, may direction. Na touch ng plant, dito ako pupunta. Sabi ng plant. Nakuha. Ayun lang naman yun. And then, sige, balik tayo sa isang slide. Pag sinabi mo namang nyctinasty, this has to do naman with the circadian rhythm inside the plant. Ayun lang naman yun. Pag sinabi mong geotrophism, this has to do with the gravity. Geotrophism or gravitrophism. It has to do with the response towards gravity or away from the gravity. May direction yon, pababa ang gravity. Ayun. Kaya trophic movement siya. Okay, moving on. For I think our fourth or fifth question. This tag that is used for breeder seeds. And the answer to that is A, yellow, blue, B, blue, C, green, or D, white. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ang answer po natin dyan is white. Yes, white. And ang maganda pong gawin natin dyan, sa ulo nyo po itong abbreviation na to, B, F, R, and C. BFRC means breeder, foundation, registered, and certified. Sa ulo nyo rin yung WRGB. White is to B or breeder seeds. Red is to F or foundation seeds. BFRC. Pag registered naman is WRG, green naman, and blue is for certified seeds. Pero pag may nagtanong, what is the purest form of seed, of hybrid seed, sabi nila? Well, we are talking about tri-seeds dito kasi sila I think, if I'm informed correctly, sila lang naman yung ini-issuehan ng tags, colored tags. Ano naman yung pinaka-purest? Well, marami magsasabi, breeder seeds, pero ang sagot po doon is nucleus seeds. Mas pure po ang nucleus seeds. So, kung sa pagpimilian, meron sinabing nucleus seeds, mas pure po yon. Ang tanong naman, sir, anong kulay ng tag nun? Wala pong tag iyon. If I am informed correctly. Ayun. So, going back to our presentation, ayun nga lang. And I just want this to share with you, Well, I have been there on your position before. Kinabahan rin ako nung actually, hindi lang nung 1 month, 2 months, Medyo hindi ko pa kasi na-review lahat. And then I just want you to say to you, nakapit lang po, Kapit ng mahigpit, pero definitely hindi naman kanyang kahigpit ng parang nasa picture. And marami ramang knowledge, marami mang babasahin, yan po yung kapitan nyo. Malaki man yan na knowledge or malaking libro man yan, gaano man yan kakapal, na libro. Kapitan nyo yan. Kasi yan yung, sabi nila, magiging sandata mo sa board exam. Ayun. Pero wag niyong kakalimutan, kasi pag nakapasa na kayo, definitely you will need that one for your work. But then that's that. And before I would end, I am proposing lang rin naman, ayun, I will be having a weekend review sessions. And if you would want to participate in this one, the slots are available for only 50 pesos per session. Naman. And With that, itong weekend review sessions na po ito is 2 to 3 hours na magaganap. And on this 2 to 3 hours, I would share my knowledge about crop science, mostly about crop science because that is my specialization and other areas na rin, no? In a way, that's both fun. Well, yes, magiging fun and hopefully magiging easy sa inyo, no? On your side. Hopefully easy on your side na to grasp. Well, ayun lang naman. Thank you for listening and see you again bukas or sa susunod na video sa episode 2. Ayun. Bye-bye!